Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's Gavin here, and we are back with the Push to Top 200 series, day number 4 today. Today we are using the most broken Super Hog Army in the game, and we are going to wreck all of the bases. So yeah, let's get straight into it. Alright guys, first raid of the day. I actually have this base, but it looks like this guy has changed it up a little bit. So yeah, what I usually do here is I start my RC right over here, and it is usually pretty easy because my RC has relatively easy access towards that Rage and Poison Tower, which of course is my target. And I would love to take down those Infernos if I could as well, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to get all three of them. We'll have to see if we get lucky. Gonna double cycle here since the RC is probably going to take a bunch of damage. Yeah, and the Fox is dead, so let's use another spell. Wanted to be safe there. And we're going to use one more spell just like this. And, alright, so we're not going to get the third Inferno. We're just going to pick her up before she gets too low. We got amazing value, though. That is, by all means, an amazing RC charge. Now, let's make sure the Queen actually heads in the correct direction before I start placing everybody down. We got to funnel out that gold storage. And let's use a wall breaker right over here. And the Queen, yeah, she should turn back around now that I funneled out the gold storage. Gonna use the King over here and funnel out this edge now. I'll put the Ice Golem in as well. And yeah, hopefully this log launcher provides access to the Town Hall. Where's my Queen going? Are you kidding me? Alright, the Queen is going the wrong direction, which is definitely not ideal. She's about to die over there. But it is what it is. We're just gonna have to deal with the King going over here. And I forgot my Apprentice Warden. Oh boy. Alright, hopefully I can squeeze it in there in time. Otherwise, yeah, we may be in some trouble. But I think we're going to be fine. Log Launcher looks like it's going to provide access to the Town Hall. Yeah, wonderful. And then let's just send the Hogs in like this to sort of like tank the Monolith, if that makes any sense. Whoa, we just ran into a bunch of bombs. And yeah, the Yetis are going to take down the Town Hall, which is huge. And let's use a heal spell because we are approaching a bunch of bombs. And should I rage that Yeti? Yeah, let's rage him. I felt like that was a pretty smart idea. And we are going to make sure the Town Hall goes down. Let's hit the Warden ability as well. As long as the Town Hall goes down, we will be good to go for the 3-star here. Yeah, I'm not too worried. Yeah, definitely a little bit of a sloppy attack. But hey, we still got the 3-star. And that is all that really matters in the end. My first attack of the day is sometimes a little bit rough. I sort of got to get like warmed up first, if that makes any sense to you guys. But yeah, it is still going to be a 3-star because we got a crazy RC charge. That is 24 3-stars in a row in this account, so not too bad at all. We can make it 30 today, over 30. Yeah, we don't need this Ice Block spell. Let's just swag it on his CC. 1 base down and 7 to go. Lovely start to the day. Alright, next base, and it's an Invis Rage Core, so it should be pretty simple. Basically what I do every single time I find an Invis Rage Core is I RC charge the Monolith, and I really don't need too much value. I just need to get the Monolith and the Hook Tower here, and then I've got to get the King ability into the core. If the King ability gets into the core, it is GG. The base is not going to stand a chance because the entire core will be wiped out. So let's start the RC right over here, and I'm not sure exactly which way she's going to go. I think she's turning towards the Wizard Tower, which is okay. Yeah, that's fine. We'll use an Earthquake spell just like this, and hit her ability, and she should make her way towards the Monolith. Yeah, wonderful. And the Hook Tower, and then honestly, I can pick her up. We really don't need any value. Yeah, let's pick her up. That was plenty value for me. I didn't want to get too greedy. And now we're going to pull the CC off to the corner. We may as well do that. And then we will start the Queen in the other corner. Let's not forget the Apprentice Warden this time, guys. And Log Launcher just like this. And let's deal with the CC now. Gonna drop a poison on that in just a second. But first, let me funnel out this edge. Nice and quick. And then poison. And I accidentally used my Valkyrie, which I meant to use for the Ice Golems in the CC. But that is fine. We're just going to have to dump a few extra troops on that Clan Castle troops. And yeah, the King ability should get into the core. It is looking amazing currently. I may have to use an Invis spell to redirect, but that is fine. Yeah, going to use an Invis spell like this, push him into the core. And Queen ability, King ability in the core is just perfect. Look at that. Basically, the entire core is being taken out. We'll rage on the Queen and then send the Hogs from the opposite end. And simple as that, it's a 3-star, guys, because the entire core is being deleted. There is bait over here, though, so we may have to just click the warden. I did just see that tornado. Let's see how many bombs there are. Yeah, let's just click the warden. Probably going to be heavily baited in this compartment. Yeah, good thing I clicked the warden. We found like every single giant bomb right there. And yeah, this base is completely crushed. Invis Rage core bases are not an issue at all. Honestly, the easiest type of base to attack. You can see we've got 4 swagged spells here. We swag this ice block too. Yeah, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Honestly, yeah, these bases are a piece of cake. By the way, if you are new here and enjoying my content, feel free to subscribe. I highly appreciate it. It really goes a long way. Yeah, it means a lot. This base has been completely smushed. Yeah, didn't even stand a chance. Let's get into the next one. Alright, this base. So, this one, it's not really rushed, just the walls are under-leveled. Don't worry, yeah, these walls are like Town Hall 15 level, but the defenses seem to be basically maxed out. So what I do in this base is I RC charge one of the Invis towers. Not Invis towers, Rage towers, I mean. And I don't want to go right in front of the monolith, right in front of the bomb tower. I'm mixing up my words. Because if I go right in front of the bomb tower, it's like 90% chance it's going to be baited. So let's just go in from the side and then push her a little bit in towards the Rage tower. This way we avoid the bait, which I'm pretty sure is right behind that bomb tower. I can click her ability now and force her in towards the Rage. Yeah, beautiful. Gonna double cycle here just because, yeah, I feel like the fox would have died if I didn't do that. And we should be able to get pretty much this entire compartment. Probably not going to get the multi-archer tower, but I don't really care about that thing anyway. It is not all that important to my army. Yeah, let's just pick her up. We don't need the multi-archer. And now let's send the queen and king into the clan castle over here, because clan castle troops can definitely be a nuisance to my hog riders. Better to deal with them with the king and queen, and we can start a little bit of cleanup over there with a couple minions. And maybe sprinkle in some archers around these corners. Not really, there's some mortars over there. So let's funnel out this side with Yetis and Valkyries, and I'll put a baby dragon there to help funnel. And then we can place the king in as well, and poison on the furnace. And the walls to the town hall have been opened, which is absolutely amazing. That is exactly what you want to see with this army. Also wall breaking here for my king so that he will head inside, since he sort of did want to walk over there. And he should go inside, right? He should turn back around. Yeah, wonderful. I'll hit his ability as soon as he steps up just a little farther. Let's hit it right now. Wonderful. Queen ability, rage on all of them, and we're going to send the hogs from the opposite end right now. And watch, I bet this is baited, right where I thought it was. Let's see. Let's hit the warden, and yep, it's baited. There's a bunch of bombs right there. So that guys, is exactly why you don't go right behind the bomb tower, because there's a 90% chance it is extremely baited, and you could be cooked if you do that. So yeah, you've just got to know where bait could be. It takes a little bit of practice, but once you get the hang of it, honestly, predicting bait with this army is not that difficult at all. You just got to think about, if you were the defender, where would you put your bombs to try to stop the RC? It's honestly not that hard. We don't need this ice block again. Swagging it on his CC. The ice block is basically just for emergencies only. Like if you need to save your RC or like something like that. But yeah, if you do the attack properly, you can swag the ice block every single time. It is just the cherry on top. And yeah, this base has been completely crushed. Another one bites the dust. Yeah, lovely raid here. Let's get into the next one. Okay, I've never seen this base before, but it honestly doesn't look too hard. My plan is to RC charge one of the poison towers. And let's go into this one since there's a bunch of decorations. That basically tells me that there's no bombs, which is lovely. So we're going to send the RC just like this. And the goal with her is to get her to take down the poison tower, and any other nice value we can get, we will take it. She might actually go to the air defense. Yeah, she's going to, which is fine. She should still turn back around and head towards the poison tower. We can single cycle here since I was late on that spell. And yeah, wonderful. She's going to go towards the multi-inferno and the poison tower. And she'll get the multi-gear cannon too. We will get that. I will take that. And I think I can pick her up. We really don't need any more value. Yeah, let's pick her up. That's all I need. Now let's send the... Let's think about this. Alright, let's send the queen over here. I was thinking if I wanted to send her into the monolith, but I don't know. The monolith is just going to do so much damage to my queen and king that I feel like it's just easier to send the hogs into it later. I think either side could have worked. We probably could have still went from the other side and still got the 3-star. This side just seemed quite a bit heavier, and it is good to send your heroes into the heavier side and then have the hogs deal with the lighter side. That is generally the plan. Is everyone alright? I think they're alright. So I'm going to start a little bit of cleanup around these edges, just with some archers, because that is going to save me a whole bunch of time later. And I'm going to have to wall break for the heroes, since they kind of wanted to walk around. And we will poison on these ice golems. They should die to that poison spell, and the yetis can just work on them. And let's use a baby dragon right here, just to help the funnel. That's the only reason I put that there. We can hit the queen ability. I'll hit the king soon. As soon as he steps up. Yeah, right here is fine. And we can use... Let's rage the yetis, actually, just to make sure that they take down the town hall. And then we can send the hogs from the opposite end with the apprentice warden and the RC. Someone commented in my video yesterday, like, to try to explain better when I use the heal spell versus the warden ability. Basically, you want to use the warden ability if your hogs and RC are going to die. If they're not going to die, if it's just a little bit of damage, see, like right there, they would have died. That scatter shot would have took down a lot of my hogs. Most of them. That's why I used the warden. If that scatter shot wasn't there, I would have just used the heal spell. But yeah, over here, we can use the heal because there's just like not too much damage at all. Yeah, you want to use the warden when there is more damage. Usually it's better to use it earlier than later. It's kind of hard to explain. You just get the hang of it after trying for a little while. But yeah, nice raid here. Okay, next raid here. This one should be relatively easy. It's got an Invis tower, so I'm really not too worried. What we are going to do, this rage tower is at a really weird angle. It's like behind the town hall. But we're still going to charge the rage tower because it's going to be insane value. It looks like it could be baited. There's a gigabomb and 2 bomb towers, so let's just be careful. We'll probably double cycle every time that we need to. Here we can get away. Wait, no, never mind. I was about to say we could get away with a single cycle. But no, definitely not. Yeah, let's hit the RC ability right now. We have to be super careful here. The RC is actually really low. And let's pick her up, I think, after this ice golem goes down. Pick her up, and we managed to save the fox. Amazing, guys. Queen up here. Let's just see which direction the queen decides to head in. If she goes left or right, it really doesn't matter too much to me. We'll just see. And while she's over there, let's start a little bit of cleanup, I suppose, just around these edges. I don't know if that was really worth it, but we did it. So the queen, she should go over here to this elixir storage. Yeah, wonderful. Golem, ice golem, log launcher like that. And I'm going to delay the king for a little bit because it's very important that the king ability gets into the core in these Invis tower type of bases. So yeah, we've got to be 100% sure that the king is going into the core before I place him down. Yeah, I'm still not 100%. Let's just rage the yetis for now, and I think we can send the king in, right? Yeah, let's send him in. He should head inside. Wonderful. And let's go. Alright, the king is not even going inside. Alright, so the king's going to go around that other side. That's going to work. I'll wall break him in right over here. And he should do his thing on that side, which means we're going to send the hogs from the other side over here. Had to do a little bit of on-the-spot adapting since my king didn't really go inside there. Let's use a heal spell. Scatter shot's targeting us. And yeah, it's looking great. The king ability should get insane value over there. It should. We're going to use a few minions to help to funnel him in. And we can put a couple extra hogs over here to help funnel those hogs towards the monolith. We may have to use an Invis spell to redirect everyone towards the monolith. It kind of looks like that's what we'll have to do. Yeah, let's do it. Invis like this, force everyone in towards the mono. King ability, and we can swag the warden ability here. I don't know why I was worried. This base is completely crushed, guys. Absolutely smushed. Not even close. Yeah, Invis tower bases are genuinely the easiest type of base. For any army I've ever played with, Invis towers have always been the easiest for me. I don't know how people struggle on them. They're honestly just a piece of cake. Yeah, it's pretty simple to me. You just gotta get a decent RC charge, and then get a nice king ability, even though my king ability wasn't really nice. We still got the 3-star. Okay, next base. This one is interesting because it usually has rage towers. So I've never actually hit this base with poison towers. So let's think about it. Could potentially be a little bit tricky, but I don't think so as long as we get a nice RC charge. I say we charge. Let's charge this compartment because yeah, I know there's a Giga Bomb here, but there's also 2 multi Infernos and the other side only has 1. That is why this side is better value. We'll be able to take down 2 multi Infernos instead of 1, and it looks like it's not even baited, so that makes it even easier for us. RC is about to get crazy value, hopefully. Yeah, wonderful. She's in there towards the poison tower. Let's double cycle because she was taking, or she would have took a bunch of damage if I didn't do that. Let's use another spell, and man, we really don't need the fire spitter. I just want the Inferno, so I'm going to push her up towards the Inferno because that is all I really need out of this base. And then we can pick her up, and we managed to save the fox. Wonderful. Poison on the furnace. Basically a perfect RC charge there. I cannot complain. Let's send the Ice Golem, Golem, Queen, Apprentice Warden, and King just like this. And let's also try to funnel out that side a little bit. And we can send the Log Launcher. I'll hold the Log Launcher for now. I just don't want the Multi-Gear Cannon to lock onto it. So I want to wait a little bit. Alright, Multi-Gear Cannon's tanked. Now we can send the Log Launcher in with some Yetis to tank that mortar. And unfortunately, the King is locked onto, meaning we're going to have to use his ability sooner than I would like. Oh wait, no, he moved. Alright, he's not locked onto anymore. That is amazing. That just worked out perfectly. Now it's locked onto the Golem. Honestly, perfect. And we're going to be able to hit a crazy King ability right here. It's going to get insane value. Yeah, look at that King ability. Amazing. Rage, Queen ability. Let them do their thing. And let's send the Hogs from the opposite end right now. Apprentice Warden, Golem, and RC just like this. We can put a Headhunter for that enemy Queen as well. And a Hog for that corner Tesla. Let's also use a heal spell. And for some reason, nobody went towards the Town Hall, which is obviously not ideal. But I think we're going to be fine. I'm pretty sure someone will end up making their way towards the Town Hall. Let's hit the Warden ability. We are under low-key a decent amount of damage. And yeah, this base is completely crushed. No need to worry about the Town Hall. It is completely crushed, guys. I don't know if this army's broken or if I'm just broken, but these bases are melting way too easily. And they're good bases too. I haven't had any free bases today. They've all been solid. Yeah, I like this Royal Champion skin, by the way. I like how it's got that effect when it dies. I might buy it. We'll see. Yeah, nice raid here. Into the next one. Okay, next raid. It's an Invis Rage Core, so it should be pretty simple as long as we accomplish those 2 things. One is take down the Monolith with the RC without killing her, and then get the King ability into the core, and we will be good to go. Let's start RC over here. I low-key may have just walked into a massive bait. Yeah, I just saw that right now. I think it's baited right in front of the Monolith, so let's try to not get baited here. Okay, we may have just got baited, guys. Let's double cycle because I don't want to take any damage. And then hit the RC's ability. We'll use another spell to make sure the mono goes down. And then I can pick her up, probably. We really don't need any more value than that. Yeah, let's pick her up. Poison on the furnace. We lost the fox, but it's not a big deal. We can just go like this. Golem, Queen, Ice Golem, Apprentice Warden, and Log Launcher like this. And I actually didn't use the Earthquake, so it's going to come in really handy right there. We can use Yetis to funnel out this edge and a Valkyrie. And this is looking wonderful so far. We can put a couple troops around these corners just to clean up. Looking amazing, guys. I gotta make sure the King ability gets into the core. You guys should know that by now if you've been watching my videos. The King ability into the core in these type of bases is pretty much all that I need to happen. And then it's gonna be a 3-star. Simple as that. Okay, I might have to use an Invis to redirect the King since he's kind of being a big dummy here. Let's use one. Queen ability, Rage, and we're going to hit the King very, very soon, just like this. Crazy value with the King, and let's send the Hogs from the opposite end, just like this. That is exactly how you counter these Invis core bases. Do everything in your power. Invest as many spells as you need to just to get the king ability into the core. It is so important. I promise you, as long as you get the king ability into the core, you are going to crush every single Invis Rage core base. That's literally all you gotta do. We could probably swag the Warden ability here, honestly. Yeah, it looks like we are going to. Beautiful raid here. Honestly, basically textbook. We even got baited, and it didn't even matter. Still gonna swag the Warden. We don't need this ice block, but I don't want to swag it because I'm using raid medals, and my raid medals are getting low. I don't buy gold pass on my maxed accounts anymore. I've started only buying it on 2 of my lower accounts because I feel like it is better value to max out the lower accounts quicker than just buy the gold pass on my maxed accounts. It doesn't really make much sense. But yeah, beautiful raid here. No Warden ability needed. Okay, boys, last attack of the day for the plus 320. This one looks interesting. I don't know if I've ever seen this exact one. Let's think about it. So we're going to want to charge one of the rage towers, obviously, and I can't really tell which one is baited, so I don't think it's really going to matter which one we go after. Yeah, let's go over here. No specific reason. I just feel like it's probably not baited in this corner. I doubt it, at least. And honestly, we didn't need to use a spell there. I was just seeing that now. Yeah, we could have totally got away with not using a spell. Let's Earthquake up ahead. Now, single cycle. Yeah, we'll be able to single cycle here. I placed that last spell perfectly. And looks like there's no tornado, so we can pop RC's ability. Let her go crazy. Gonna use another spell. And she's gonna get the hook tower. Insane RC value. That's a little bit crazy. Can she get the other rage tower? No? Okay, yeah, let's just pick her up. For a second there, I thought she might be able to get both rage towers, but that would have been unreal. I honestly don't think I've ever gotten both rage towers with my RC ever in my entire life. That would have been kind of insane. Okay, so it was baited here in front of the multi-gear. I just seen a bunch of bombs. That is good to know. Now we are expecting it. And let's use the troop launcher, I think, because it's a weird angle to send log launcher from. And this way we can get some nice tanking with the troop launcher. Let's also rage, hopefully, to get... I want to catch the troop launcher's wall breakers in the rage so that it opens some walls, just like this. Yeah, beautiful. That's exactly why I used the rage there, so that it would open walls. And yeah, this side was completely baited. I can hit the king ability pretty much any time now, but we don't need to do it yet. Let's do it right now. Queen ability as well. Queen can reach the town hall, so we are good to go. We're going to just send the hogs from the opposite end now. And it's going to be a really, really nice 3-star. Honestly, it was tricky bases today, but I melted through all of them relatively easily, so I'm quite proud of myself. As long as this one is a 3-star, this will be 31 3-stars in a row on this account, so we are definitely off to a great start this season, boys. I cannot be complaining. We can swag the Warden ability again here, I believe. Yeah, just a little bit insane. I think I swagged my Warden like 3 or 4 times today. Little bit insane, guys. Yeah, beautiful attack here. HS Dr. Abdullah did not stand a chance. Yeah, wonderful. By the way, if you guys want the bases that I'm running every single day, just become a channel member. I'm sharing the bases daily there. They're doing quite well for me. Not today, actually. I think I've got, yeah, minus 80 so far. But that's honestly, it's expected. Some days we're going to get some rough defense. Nothing I can really do. I'm sure we'll defend some other times. But yeah, we have been honestly amazing with the Super Hogs lately. Just on fire. That's going to be it for this video, though. I will link the army in the description below. Feel free to try it out if you haven't already. It's a little bit broken if you know what you're doing. And yeah, I will catch you guys tomorrow in a brand new video. Enjoy the rest of your day, everyone.